Hey guys, we're back here for some more standard. So I've had quite a good time doing quite a few different traditional best of three events for standard using the mono red aggro deck, and I think that kind of the sometimes it's sort of tough to stay the course, but I am really planning to prepare myself as best as possible for the upcoming play-in events. And so some of you, I can certainly understand the drive to play other decks, but I really think going deeper on mono red and just trying to see as many different reps and get as much understanding as possible about all the different matchups is probably what's best for me to prepare myself for these upcoming events. So with that said, we will probably be doing some more work on ladder. Right now, my rank has just decayed after hitting Mythic to rank 41, but we are going to get into another best of three standard event, so let's hop into that. So I'd love to get some feedback from you guys. If you enjoy those kinds of events, they're certainly helpful for me because they help me prepare for the upcoming play-in events, but let me know what you think. Also, I wanted to bring up some news, so I'm really excited. Just passed the 400 mark with subscribers, so thank you guys so much again for supporting my content. I also made a Patreon page, and I'll be including a video here that'll kind of go over all the details for the Patreon. But if you are new here, thank you so much for watching my content. I really do appreciate it. And if you do like it, consider subscribing, sending my page information to a friend, leaving a comment or a like. Hey guys, if you have been enjoying my channel and would like to help support the content, you can do so at patreon.com/hand_of_justice. I just put together a Patreon page, and it really would help quite a bit in giving me the ability to continue to make great videos here for you guys going forward. Here is what the page looks like. I'll include a description or a link in the description, but this is the page you'll see, and then you'll have an option here of which level you'd like to support at if you are able. We have all the way from dedicated, Justicar, Magister, and Titan levels of support. So with this, you will get early access to my content, and then in addition, at the higher levels, you will also be listed as part of a special thanks at the beginning of each of my videos. So it really does mean the world to me, and thank you guys so much again for supporting. Even if you're only able just to watch my videos and not support monetarily, it does mean a great deal to me. So thank you so much for watching. So with all that said, we're going to get into the games here. Hope you guys have been having a great Saturday so far. All right, happy to be on the play, and this hand looks great, so we'll give it a go. Just to let you know how some of the other events have been going for me. So I have had a number of like 3-2 finishes. I'd say maybe 2 or 3. Probably the majority have been 4-1 finishes, so I'm very happy with that. I think like 3 or more events I went 4-1, and then the most recent cast that you saw where I swept with 5-0. Could be mono white, control, or aggro. I think I just want to get Phoenix Chick going here, and then just lay an Epic here. They could have Elspeth Smite, so I guess it's a possibility. Alright, blue-white control. So we could go digging to see if we could find another attacker this turn. That's certainly a possibility. I think we might as well. Like, if we find it and they counter it, that's still okay. Okay, that's a good one. Here I think we want to play with fire for the extra damage off the Swift Spear. And I guess because we didn't see Smite last turn, that's kind of part of the reason. If they want to counter it, that's fine. So let's see, we hit them down to 4. Yeah, it feels pretty good. They could wipe the board next turn, but I think we want to push as much damage as possible. Nice draw there. So we have lethal in hand. The question is, do we want to do it during their upkeep before they draw? We might. I guess let's push and see what they do. Since they're running Syncopate, but they could also have like another like make disappear. Let's start with the play with fire. Sokenzen is not what we want right now. Okay, they're just gonna throw in the towel. That works. Okay, we definitely want all of the Urbrask's Forges. We want the Lithomatic Barrage. And I think we might also want the Invasion of Tarkir. This is just kind of like a nice threat to sit on the board. What do we cut? So I think they're going to be bringing in removal, so I think Monstrous Rage is probably not as good. And then I think after that, probably Play with Fire is the next weakest card. Doesn't really kill anything. You know, they might have, like, I suppose, tokens with Wandering Emperor, but it's less of a thing. And I think everything else looks good. Let's give that a go. And is good enough. got good mana. We've got stuff to do. Oh, wow. So they're actually... Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so they're actually 5 color. Well, some of the cards still work. They're probably running Angel, so Lithomatic Barrage will still be okay. But we definitely want to bring in a different board here. Probably considering beside you. Okay, March works. We could be walking into a counterspell here, but I think we kind of have to get it going. If they've got it, they've got it. They had the counterspell. It's unfortunate. But they're stuck on land. Just because I don't really know. We might need to hold the lightning strike here. We're not like anywhere near killing them, so I think we just hang on to it. We've been drawing pretty badly. They probably have Wandering Emperor now. Let's see. So they could have Make Disappear. They could have Syncopate. I suppose Syncopate, we want to play the 6th land here to ensure we get to play this. And here, again, if they've got Emperor, it's just kind of unfortunate. I guess we could just, like, send an Epicure to test, or we could just, like, wait. Waiting does seem kind of dangerous. But we, like, don't really have any other board presence, so it's kind of... We almost kind of have to just like push through it. I think we keep pushing. We're in a binding. That thing's got to be killed on sight. Now I think we're getting kind of close. with their shields down, we might want a lightning strike. However, they could still potentially play something that could get in the way. So we're going to knock them down to 9. This will get them to 6. I'm not sure if we should lightning strike just yet. Like, we have extra mana here, so I think we have the ability to hold it and wait one more turn. Yeah, because now they can syncopate for 4. So we can still play around it. Okay, they had another landmine binding. So we could drop them to 4 here. They don't have enough to counter everything. And I think it's probably fine just going face at this point. I guess they could play something that we could maybe push through otherwise, but they're low enough now. Trying to think what they could have right now. Like, what are they holding? Like Sunfall, maybe? They are probably holding Syncopated. Okay, so they drew Emperor.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
Question is, do they like... I guess they could make a 2/2, block the Epicure, drop to 2. But it is kind of a greedy play. They probably just go to 6. Or I guess 5.
This is what you get for hurting my people. In this fight.
That was pretty... I guess they're pretty convinced they've got something in hand that can just deal with whatever we play. They must have drawn like removal or something. That was a good one. Definitely go for it. I guess they could syncopate here. Should be awkward. So if they syncopate for 4, okay, that was interesting. So now I guess, so we could drop them to 1, leave Emperor up, but then they could gain more life. I think it's better to just take out Emperor, or at least try to take it out. I suppose they could also have removal. So we could send like everything at Emperor and then like at least drop it down to 1. But getting to 3 is really nice. I think we have to assume they either drew Dissipate or removal. This is a tough call. I think we definitely send Kumano here. I guess if they have removal, they just take out Kumano on this. I think we do actually send both at this, so that if they have removal, we still knock it down to 1. That way, if they want to like make a creature, they have to sack the Emperor. Yeah, they had the removal. Okay, that makes sense.
I would run if I were you.
Yeah, because they wouldn't have plussed it unless they were pretty sure they could keep it around. And that's definitely going to make all the difference. Like them having a 1/1 and a, or a 2/2 and a Planeswalker on 1 versus just having a 2/2. It's a nice draw.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
So if we had gone face, we'd have the game right now. Guess we just sit. They probably don't go for like exiling their own Seed Shark to gain life. But now we hope we like draw like Epicure off the top or another Kumano off the top, and that they don't have counters.
Let your blade do the talking.
I guess if they attack, we could also draw Phoenix Chick. So they need counter here. We have a decent number of outs if they don't have counters. Okay, that's great, but that isn't one of them. So I think, yeah, we got to get Seed Shark out of the way. More dangerous, certainly, than Emperor right now. So I wonder if they also run, if this version also runs Angel. I think it probably does. So having like maybe like extra Witchstalker Frenzies could be good, or I suppose we could also use like Tainted Fealty perhaps. This might just be Bant though, like they may not actually have access to Atraxa. This could be like Beanstalk Bant.
In this fight.
That'll do it, unless they've got action. So they could have like another March, or possibly like the 4th binding. Gonna need something.
Run away. You'll be safer. My judgment is final.
It's definitely a good draw for them. What are our outs? We've got 2 more Lightning Strikes.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
To start, this opens up the 1 remaining Play with Fire, I think. Alright, so Scoundrel we can use to draw a card. So let's do that. I guess we could get a Wicked token on one of these, and that would be 1 damage. But let's use it for a card, I think. Then we can filter again if we need to. Okay, I guess they could have another counter here perhaps, but I think we still go for it. Beanstalk. See, what are our outs? We've got 2 more Epicures, 2 more Lightning Strikes, 3, or never mind, 1 more Epicure, 2 more Kumanos, 1 more Phoenix Chick, 1 Play with Fire. Again, I think we just take it. So now they need to deal with one of our 1/1s. We'll have 2 draws with our blood token.
Keep watch for intruders.
Okay, that should do it. Unless they've got counters. We've got enough to cover them if they have Syncopate. Or their other form of counter spell, the Make Disappear. They'll need a hard counter to stop this one. I think that's the sound of us winning. But yeah, they had me fooled for a second. They were thinking they were blue-white control. Okay, so they've got both counters. So if we pay 2, they could theoretically counter it. Yeah. Alright, so we pay the 2. And they use the other counter after sack a creature. But then we still kill them, so it doesn't really matter. Pay 2, sure. That'll do it. Server's taking quite a moment here. Right. 1-0. Okay, so our opponent's probably going first. Hand looks great. We can go turn 2, we can go like Kumano into Scoundrel, then make a treasure token if we don't draw land. Set up for Gadrick or Squee. Could be another Bant Beanstalk deck. So we know there's a decent chance they have a counter here, which is annoying. But I think we still go for Scoundrel here. I guess the thing we could do is we could go like Phoenix Chicken to play with fire and then hope to naturally draw the land if we think that they have counters here. There's a decent chance they do. Yeah, I feel like they have a counter here. I think it gives us a little bit more leeway. Could also have Elspeth Smite. March, that works too. Okay, I think we want to play with fire now just to make sure we set up our draws. And here I think we go for a squeak, because if they counter it, it just goes to the yard. And we can potentially bring it back. We could go for, like, Scoundrel into Adversary. That's another option. But if they counter the first one, we're kind of done. So I think we just go squeak here. And just see if they've got it. Okay, I guess they have the Syncopates. That was pretty good. That was good. Kind of want to double spell here. Like, if they just counter us again, we're just kind of, they're slowing us down a bit. We could try to go, like, Swift Spear into Scoundrel. And then... yeah... I don't know. I kind of like Godric, though. Just pushing Godric. I guess they probably still have more removal coming. I feel like they've still got action here. We could also be walking into Sunfall is the other thing. Or I suppose Wandering Emperor.
You started this fight, but I'm going to. This is what you get for hurting my people. Let your blade do the talking.
Okay, Forge is a really good pickup here. Assuming they don't have another counter. I guess thinking of like March, maybe? Or Binding? Yeah. Binding is annoying. I guess trading is okay. I mean, like... otherwise we could make this like a 3-3 with like a Wicked roll, but that's like a turn out. I think we trade. I think we do want that on top, actually. So this thing is just a 6/5, right? So we go like Scoundrel into Swift Spear plus Kumano. I think we just do these two this turn, though. Okay, no other Leyline Binding. Double Beanstalk is pretty nasty, though. So now I think we go Scoundrel. And then let's put the Wicked Roll on the Swift Spear so we can get extra damage in. Yeah, the Beanstalks are nasty. Okay, so now we have... Well, they didn't play well. I guess they want to play like March or something, maybe? Either March or they want to go like another Wandering Emperor, maybe? Not really sure, to be honest. They could go Sunfall next turn, I suppose. Or maybe they have like another like Leyline Binding. Syncopate, sure. Yeah, it looks like Emperor is what they've got. Okay, there's the Emperor.
Run away. You'll be safer. You're done.
So yeah, unfortunately, we're now pretty much out of gas. And they can start playing 6/5s. Okay, play with fire is good. I guess they want to just go Memory Deluge this turn. Unless they have like another Wandering Emperor, which is pretty awkward. Okay, now we're just getting buried in card advantage here. This is pretty much over. think this one's done. Okay, so against Bant, we still want the forges. We want all 5 of the barrages because they've got the 2/4 flyer. And then I think we probably also want Twisted Fealty. Because we can take their big 6/6. I suppose we could bring in Frenzy also, but I don't know, like, it doesn't seem like they have like a ton of creatures. So I think Fealty is probably enough. What do we cut? Monstrous Rage is definitely less good. Does Play with Fire do anything? I guess Play with Fire is like sort of nice for taking out Wandering Emperor or taking out like the 2/2 that they make off of that. So it's okay. Phoenix Chick flies over, which is nice. Yeah, Tarkir, I don't know if we want. Just seems a little bit too slow. Five more cards to cut. I think actually Epicure is maybe one of the weaker cards here. Like, it does set up Godric, which is nice and helps filter, but it doesn't actually do super well in combat. Maybe we cut like that and like one Play with Fire. I think that actually looks okay. Okay, nice hand, but we need more mana. So I think we got them all again. Okay, this looks great. I guess depending on what they board in, I don't think they have creatures super early, so I think we can probably throw back the Twisted Fealty here. Like, we've got 4 in the deck, so I think this is actually all right. So this way, if we like draw a land, we can go like turn 2, play these guys, turn 3, get Godric going. It's a decent start. It's a good one too. Great draw for us. So it looks like they have like some kind of hard counter maybe. Otherwise they're probably planning to use like Binding on Godric if we do nothing. Guessing they have Binding. Sure. I think you're still dead. Unless you also have Binding. Do we want to make any other changes? I don't think so. I think that looks right. Forge this hand is not going to work. Down to 5 on the draw. I think we keep this hand because we've got the play with fires, and we just set on our upkeep to use them. So I think we do keep this hand. So we are on the draw. So I think we throw back one of the play with fires. And then, like, our turn 1. What do we do? I guess we could go, like, if we don't draw land, yeah, I think this is how we do it. Okay, we drew land, so that's great. Probably got binding for one of them. Again, they could have something here, but I think we just keep pushing. Or maybe they have, like, board wipe? They might have Sunfall, but I don't know that they have the 4-mana board wipe. Yeah, I didn't think so. It's possible we should have done upkeep for Play with Fire to help our draws, but I think this is okay. So they have Syncopate up, so maybe we play Mountain. We want to save Barrage, and so we can play with Fire the Emperor here.
My judgment is final. I still have much to learn.
The Sunfall. Forge is a great draw. Just hope they don't have a binding for it. We hold on to the land in case we... Let's see, we don't have Epicures in the deck right now because we boarded them out, so there's really no reason to hang on to the land. I guess if we draw and like want to get an extra draw off, like Charming Scoundrel, maybe we hang on to it. Yeah, I think maybe we hang on to it. Double Beanstalk is super rough. Surprised they didn't cycle that. Okay, so they... Yeah, we can still play around Syncopate. guess maybe we play this post-combat since it doesn't matter. Yeah, maybe, we probably should have done that post-combat to give them less information. Forge could go the distance, though. It certainly could. I think we hang on to the land for the same reasons. Oh shit, they have Atraxa. That's a huge problem. I did not realize that Bant Beanstalk ran Atraxa also. I guess some versions of it do. Well, we have, I think, 4 copies of the Gain Control. But they've got Leyline Binding back up here. This is not looking good. I think we might be out of it. They've got so much nonsense here. Yeah, because even if it blocks, we can only do 6 damage to it. Actually, wait a second. They could fall for it. It's going to be a controversial play. But I think what we do is we don't play the Forge until after combat. Just to give them, like, we don't want them to block, like, the X1 or the 1/1. We want them to think that our only plan is to have them block the 2/2. So it's kind of like hoping that they'll fall for it, basically. Because then what we'll do is we'll wait for damage. Yeah, I guess they could just knock out blow it. That works too. So I think we're just dead. Again, like, they could fall for it, but they probably won't. I guess now it's a bit suspect if I only attack with one of them, so... Yeah. They're not going to fall for it. Okay, that's gonna do it. All right, thanks guys for watching part 1. We'll finish this off here with part 2 tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna keep I think breaking these up for these traditional standard events, just because they do go a bit longer. But so far 1-1, 3 games remaining to see how we do tomorrow. And then let's take a look at the stats. So not all my games have been captured here. Some of them I've done on my laptop, but just to look at kind of how the events have been going. So far we are 82% win rate, so 9 wins and 2 losses. So still very happy with the deck. But yeah, we will see you tomorrow. Thanks again for watching.